And welcome to Sunday night here at How We Cruise. We're back. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. As travel with kids is, we've been a little busy for the last few weeks, but
that's true.
Here we are. In case you forgot who we are, or in case we haven't met yet, I'm Brian. This is Julie.
Hi.
It's Sunday night, and this is How We Cruise, and this is what we do on Sunday
Welcome
nights.
in, welcome back, and if it's your first time checking it out, hope you stick around a while because we have so much to talk about.
Where we talk all things cruising, and not just cruising, all things travel, right?
All things travel.
So all things travel. So that's our Sunday night travel talk.
Yeah.
And that's what we got for you tonight. So welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. Thank you all for coming in. Seeing a lot of familiar faces here. Seeing a lot of people logging in from very far away. So Shayna, thank you for going down to
Shayna, it's so great to see you popping in.
Things down there. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, where do you want to start?
I see some happy birthdays going on in the chat because I believe it was your birthday just the other day.
I guess so. I mean, can you skip a birthday?
Everybody wish a happy birthday to Julie.
Yes, it was. It was my birthday. I don't know. Last Friday. This past Friday? Past Friday. I don't know. What day is it? Oh, it's 2 days ago.
We've been fighting. We didn't even just get off a cruise, and we're fighting off a little bit of cruise right here, so you can kind of hear it in my voice. So I don't know what day your birthday was.
I know it's been.
We were all down for the count here.
But a very happy birthday coming up to Julie Amos as well. So Julie, happy birthday.
February birthday.
Yeah, lots of. Well, it was Kevin's birthday like 2 weeks ago, and we celebrated Katie's birthday on the ship. We've had a bunch of other family birthdays, so we call this birthday season.
It's busy. It's busy.
Birthday season. Do you guys have birthday seasons in your families and friends? They all seem to cluster together. I don't know.
A lot. I feel like you've had like 14 pounds of cake.
Well, yeah. So where do we start tonight?
Oh, there's so much to start with.
So 2 weeks ago we weren't live. But like a month ago now. It was like a month ago that we were on our last cruise already.
No. Yes.
Yes.
My God.
I know. Like time flies. And then 2 weeks ago, we went live. We weren't live for a little bit. We went live 2 weeks ago. We had the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Super Bowl Sunday. Guys.
We didn't want to lower the ratings for the Super Bowl, so we decided to cancel our live stream that week. We didn't want to compete. We didn't want it to be a thing in the Nielsen ratings. I mean, we know how Fox gets. It's a thing. So
this is what I live with. And last week Katie had a gymnastics competition. So one of her last of the season, she did great. She won some medals. She came in first for bars and
golden bars.
Yeah, a couple other places. So she
bronze and floor.
Yeah,
and an all around medal.
So she did really well. And that was a lot of fun. And in between, we have been working and juggling and doing everything else. But some really exciting news, guys. Royal Caribbean officially announced Legend of the Seas is Icon 3.
Mm-hmm.
Officially named her. She's out there. She's ready to go. And I mean, anybody looking to sail on Legend? What do you think? Are we iconed out? Are we starred out? Are we legend out?
No.
I'm actually more excited for it now that I know.
Nobody's ever cruised out. Well, I mean, maybe Dad. Dad might be the only one who's cruised out, but everybody else. No, everybody's.
No, seriously. I'm actually more excited for Legend. I think maybe even more excited for Legend than I am Star. And we're going to be on Star. We have Star booked. Mm-hmm. Can't wait for that cruise. It's going to be an amazing cruise with some great family. But
we've talked about it a lot.
I feel like
new ships.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So that's coming up.
But with all these, I mean, you have Star coming out this summer. We have Star booked, not for the inaugural, but Legend.
We can't. I don't know.
Legend.
Wait for it.
We had to. So we booked. Now, there's a lot of arguments over inaugurals. So there can be a lot of different inaugurals. We booked the U.S. inaugural for Legend.
Yes.
There is an inaugural because
We'll be on the
Legend
U.S. inaugural.
Legend is going to spend the summer in the Mediterranean because I mean, who wouldn't? If you can spend the summer in the Mediterranean, why wouldn't you? Of course. So Legend's going to spend her first summer in the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Then she's going to come over to Fort Lauderdale and do an inaugural from it's Fort Lauderdale. I think it's Fort Lauderdale.
Already.
I know.
Yeah.
D Duffy says we missed you at Skeggy's last Sunday. We missed being at Skeggy's.
I
We
know.
haven't been there in a while.
I wish we could have been there, but the boys were there, but we were at Katie's gymnastics competition, so we couldn't reschedule that one at all.
No.
But we'll definitely.
Good evening, Will. Good to see you. Mom says first, Dad's cruised out, and then she follows that up with, we booked the transatlantic, right?
I mean, I have it held for you, Mom. All I need is your card.
So that is one of the things that we, and that's part of what we talk about tonight is we've been all over the place with our travel.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody is interested in Legends, we should mention that we do have some early saver rates held. Okay, not planning any groups, not planning anything like that, but we do have some cabins that are available for those, and we got in early so that way we can have that rate for a little bit because we know that they're only going up. We saw it with Icon, we saw it with Star, and if you're interested in it, I mean, we probably have one of the best.
Legend is going to do, she's going to do a summer in the Mediterranean, then she's going to do a transatlantic in October of 2026. We have rates held on that one. Then she's going to do a 3-day inaugural. We'll be on that one. And then she's going to do an 8-night Southern Caribbean.
Yeah.
And we have rates held on that. And the rate we held is already about 500 lower?
Well, it depends on the category of cabin, but yeah. But so anyway, what another inaugural? So we're not,
Oh, and right as we talk about a Southern Caribbean on Legend, look who shows up in the chat. Hi, Heather.
She's like, I'm here.
It's like you say it, and it's like then she shows up. It's like
hey,
say it 3 times.
So
Heather, and then she shows up on Legend.
Legendary. What are you looking forward to being on that inaugural? Like now,
so different stuff. Like
what do you want to do?
Our last 2 cruises have gone out of Fort Lauderdale, and I'm going to tell you, I like the Fort Lauderdale port. I like the way it's up. I'm not a fan of the Uber situation, but I do like the way I like the terminal. I like better. The flow. Do I?
I do.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. All right.
I like them all better than Miami.
Heather, that's my boat. Heather, are you the godmother of that boat? What is your favorite? All right. So we all know that our favorite port is the one we don't have to fly to. We all know that. But recently, so Port Canaveral just took over Miami last year as the busiest cruise port in the world.
I just really like the setup. I think they have everything there. It's easy to get to. The hotels and the amenities are close by. They have all those restaurants right there. I like Miami for Bayside, but then you got to cross over the bridge.
I want some opinions.
Okay, all right.
If you've cruised out of Port Canaveral, if you've cruised out of Miami, and now we've cruised out of Fort Lauderdale, those are the 3 major ports. Now you also have Tampa, you have Jacksonville. But of cruising out of Florida, what is your favorite port to cruise out of? And let us know why. Because this isn't what we were really going to talk about tonight.
Heather, yes, I know the Uber guy does get lost.
Yes, Heather's had some Uber issues.
But that's what I mean. I don't like that about Fort Lauderdale. It's difficult to navigate, and they have that because it's a different setup of the port. There's a higher security just to pull into the port area that we don't see in Bayonne, and we don't see in some of the other ports, and it's difficult.
It's different, yes. Will G, the U.S. inaugural for Legend of the Seas is going to be November
11.
11. I think it's 11.
I think it's the 11th. Hold on, I'll pull up my.
You think Well, you'd think we would have known that if we're talking about it. Yes, we did have that. Hi,
We
Sugar. How are
we
you?
just know that it's
Hey,
in between.
together we
It is the
travelers join
11th.
us. Hello. It's
It's
the,
the 11th through the 14th, and then the next sailing is the
that's correct.
14th through the 22nd,
11/11.
and
You
it's
think we
coming
remember that?
over from from Spain. That one is leaving. It gets in on like the 7th or 8th, but that's right before that. So
Kathy says she's only done Miami one time, Port Canaveral 06, and the rest Florida. Mom says she likes Port Canaveral better, smaller, less crowded, easier. Hotels are very nice.
yeah.
You know,
And Cocoa Beach is so nice too.
you know,
Like
we
it's just
do
a nice
like
area.
we do like Port Canaveral. But I tell you, the one thing about Port Canaveral is kind of like my issues with Galveston. It's you got to fly into Orlando Airport or you got to fly into Sanford, and then you
Oh,
got
but
to
you can't
spend.
compare the two for us. It's so much
No,
easier
I
to get
know.
to Cocoa Beach, to Port Canaveral than
I
it is
guess. I
to Galveston.
suppose.
Although I see that's the other thing though. I love Galveston. I just wish it was easy for us to get there, and it is a little bit further. So, I mean, in our future endeavors, if we ever live anywhere else, then I'm sure we would go out of Galveston more often.
Oh, definitely,
But
absolutely. For when we move to Texas.
so anyway, Legend is exciting. It's coming
Will,
up.
do you
I
have a
can't
room
wait.
available? Will you move into Texas?
Well, I mean, I'm sure we'll go out of there again, and
Oh, we will. We will.
I know, I know. Um, we've never sailed out of like LA.
But maybe we should.
I think we should.
So maybe we'll do
We
that.
should
This
put that
summer.
on our bucket list. I think that we should make it a mission to. Maybe we can make that a mission for
Is that a
2025.
Mission Beach reference?
I like what you did there.
Uh,
No, so we started off with saying
Oh.
all things travel.
Well, hold on. We have a
Okay.
couple
Oh, I'm
questions.
sorry.
So
Oh, yeah, let's
we're
answer.
flying too fast here. Matt says, where would you fly into for Galveston? Matt, let me get my soapbox. If you can fly into Galveston, well, you can't fly. Well, you would need to fly private into Galveston, I guess. But if you can fly into Hobby, it's on the south side of Houston. You're going to leave yourself with a much better ride down to Galveston than you are if you fly into Bush International, which is on the north side of Houston, because then you have to navigate the Houston traffic. It took us at one point 2 hours.
Yeah, you got to get through the city, even if you skirt around it. Like it's just no easy way. There's a lot of congestion. The timing is just rough. It's just a lot of travel and a lot of hassle if you can't fly into Hobby. Now, a lot of our travel friends are able to fly Southwest, and Southwest does go into Hobby. We don't really have that luxury of getting to Southwest at a local airport, so it's not worth it for us.
Yeah, we're stuck with Spirit.
Spirit and the Leaf.
That's going out of business. Sharon at Sea says you should leave from LA, I'm assuming. New Year's Eve 2026. Well, we wish we could.
I really wish.
We wish we could, but only 3 days after New Year's Eve of 2026, we will be on the Star of the Seas.
Yeah, that's when we're going to be on Star.
And that's a big one. So that's a big, but it is very important to make sure that you get to sail with us and with Jamie and Sharon. So I'm going to throw up my first one here. We're going to throw this guy up here. It's still time this summer to join us, July 12th through 17th. You don't have to wait till 2026. Do it in 2025. Do it this summer. There's still room on the ship. It's going to be a lot of fun. We set this one up specifically for fun. And that's that's what we want it to be. Bring the kids.
Do you set up cruises for anything other than fun?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
No, it's going to be a great time, guys. Awesome people are going to be joining us. And I'm really looking forward to that. Awesome ship. And just a nice little getaway. Summertime, don't have to worry about the kids' sports and their activities and their school and everything. So
we did this one so that way you'd be able to bring the kids, bring the parents, bring the grandparents, bring the aunts, bring the uncles, bring the cousins, bring everybody. Bring your next door neighbor unless they're watching your dog. So bring.
That's getting old, you know.
I know, but
okay.
All right.
All right.
But I want to jump in here because Kathy Kurt, since we were talking about airports, and you talked about Southwest, Kathy says Southwest goes into LaGuardia. So Kathy, let's answer your question. So if you're cruising from the Northeast, and this is totally not what we were going to talk about tonight, but why not? Let's go with
Hey,
it.
roll with it.
If you're going to fly out of the Northeast, because we do have group cruises coming up out of the Northeast, we have some stuff coming up out of New York, and people are asking, where do I fly into? And the answer is, oh, good luck.
It depends on if you're leaving from Bayonne or if you're leaving from the New York side, right?
Well, specifically.
But then if you're leaving from the New York side and you come in early, you might want to stay on the Jersey side because it's probably cheaper. But I don't know, maybe you want to make more of a New York travel out of it. There's so many options. Yeah, lots of choices.
But if you're doing this in November, we're going to be leaving from Brooklyn, which is not the Manhattan terminal. It's not the Bayonne terminal. It's a little further east over over in Brooklyn.
Yeah. No.
But
go ahead.
Brooklyn parking is kind of expensive if you're planning on driving there. So mass transportation or something like that is definitely a good idea to go out of Brooklyn. But Brooklyn terminal is about a half an hour plus from either LaGuardia or JFK. So JFK is on the south side and LaGuardia is on the north side. And either way, with New York traffic,
I was gonna say, and that's a half
30 to 45 minutes.
I mean, yeah, New York traffic is no joke. So, you have to account for that, and you never know what you're gonna get. You could have some smooth sailing, you could have it an easy pass, or it could be tricky. The other thing too is if you are staying over, coming over on the Jersey side, getting back and forth. So if you're leaving out of, the New York side and you're staying on the Jersey side, you have to account for tolls. You have to account for the travel time to get across, no matter how you're getting across, whether it's a ferry, whether it's a bridge, whether it's a subway, it's going to be, even an Uber, it's going to be tricky, and vice versa. A lot of people say that they're leaving out of Bayonne and they're like, oh, great, I'll fly into JFK, I'll fly into LaGuardia, I'll stay in the city. You still got to get back over to the Jersey side, and that's just as tricky too. Although, no tolls coming from New York to New Jersey, only from New Jersey going to New York. So,
and it's like over $20 to cross the George Washington Bridge now. 26
or 27 for just a regular car,
and they still can't keep it without potholes. Matt says total FOMO on this one, and Matt, listen, it's a kids sale free week on that. So,
yeah, but didn't we talk about this previously? Don't they have other plans or something? I don't know. We got to talk to you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. We'll have to meet up at Skeggy's.
Yes, we'll have to.
There you go.
Northeast meetup. That's what we're
Northeast meetup. Northeast meetup. That'd be good.
So you got your airport. So yeah. I started talking about cruise ports in Florida, and I talked about airports in New Jersey, and it's all because we were talking about going out of Los Angeles on the Navigator of the Seas in July. So yeah, we're a little bit all over the place tonight.
All right.
So what else you got tonight?
Well, we started off the entire thing with, we said we were going to change it up a bit, right? So we're talking about, we're trying different ports, we're trying different places, we're trying different cruises. Super excited for an opportunity to be on. We've talked about this, right?
Ooh.
We did talk about it, but it was only one. I bet people forget. We have the opportunity. We're going to be on Silver Sea this year. So super excited for that. Stay tuned. We'll talk more about it when we have more of the details of what and when. But that's going to be exciting.
We're trying to make that an anniversary trip. Julie and I are married 15 years this year.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. But
no. So, but the other thing is too is one of the things that come up a lot is we'll be talking to somebody about travel, and we'll start talking about other travel options, right? Land-based trips. Theme parks, dare I say it, Disney, all-inclusives.
We've been getting
Europe tours, right? So all of these things, and we'll be talking to somebody, and they're like, oh, "Wait, you do that?" Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we've actually been getting a lot of all-inclusive requests this last week. So.
Yeah, so it's like one or the other. It's like, yeah, we've been booking a lot of that and talking to people a lot about that, and then. As that's happening, we have other people saying, wait, I didn't even know. I thought you guys just did cruises. So no, we don't just do cruises. Although I do know that our name is confusing.
Yes.
And I'll give you guys just a really brief insight to that. The reason our name is How We Cruise It's because it started with the vlogging. It started with the travel channel that was with the kids.
Mhm.
And we never dreamed that it would evolve into the agency that it is now, the business that it is now, the trips and the adventures it is now. And so I'm really excited to experience some of those other things too and extend that into our vlogging.
Yeah, because we want to, we never dreamed that all of you would be sitting here on a Sunday night talking travel with us. And we want to make sure that we're bringing you all the best tips and the best information that we can. So
Yeah.
we're just going to have to sail on every line. So Together We Travel wants to know, do we have any plans to cruise the Celebrity Excel? Well, yeah, of course we do. Just not planned out yet because,
It's not booked.
no, we definitely, listen, Celebrity's got those great ships. And that, those newer ones,
Yeah.
the Apex, the Excel. I can't wait to get on those ships. That looks like a great you and me trip.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, I
know
was
if the
going to
kids would
say,
super
I
love
mean,
that.
talking about like the different, if we were talking about cruising, if we stick with cruising, um, of all the lines right now, I think the one that I'm most hesitant to sail now, but I will eventually because I really look forward to it, is Virgin. I don't think it's in the cards now. It's
Mm.
not a trip for me and you right now, and we definitely can't take the kids. That's adult only. But like some of the things that I hear, I really want to test it out for myself. Like they're talking about the food and the different packages and the entertainment. So that's an exciting one coming up, but that's probably lowest on our list for us.
Our neighbors to the west are here, Lucia and Glenn. Hello, how are you guys? Nice to see you
Hi
here.
guys. Hey,
Destination Fun has joined us. Hello.
they just found out how local we are to each other.
Uh,
Yeah.
Julie is asking us to get on Royal to do some solo cabins. Well, yeah, there's not a lot of solos on Royal, but
I would love to.
We did just find a bunch of solo cabins on our MSC Meraviglia. We
It's
did
true.
find that. That's
Well, here's the thing. I wish that there were more solos on every line. I really
I
do.
agree.
But
NCL is the one who does it best, I
I
think.
also wish there was more family friendly
Mhm.
rooms because it's nearly impossible to book our family of 5. I just had I was running quotes this morning for someone, family of 6. Okay?
Mhm.
So 4 kids, 2 are pretty young, 2 are below teens, but not babies. And like, how do we find? And we're looking at different itineraries and different lengths of cruises, but it's so difficult because you can get a decent rate at like a guaranteed cabin, whether it's an interior or a balcony, but you can't book that because you have to be close to the kids. And so you miss out on those rates. So it's so difficult. And then if you don't book a guarantee, then you're booking something more expensive and now your price just doubled. It's
And
crazy out there,
Carnival
people.
just updated their kids policy as of February 1st, and they used to allow you to. Uh, they got a little tighter on how close those kids have to be to you
Yeah,
and how many people have to be in the room.
it's true.
And
They're cracking down.
I'm getting a little upset.
About
I'm starting to think that everyone was lying to me.
about
Well, I'm reading the comments and how everyone is saying how they appreciate the fact that they can see my upper lip. And and you all said that the mustache looked good. You did. You said it looked good. So were you lying? Were you
I'm
lying to
I'm
me?
pretty sure everybody told you to shave it, and I was the one that just encouraged it. Oh boy.
Listen, I think I might need to bring it back then. It might be coming back.
I like the scruff and I like the beard. I don't know if I can. Yeah.
We're gonna have the mustache cruise. We're gonna have I don't know. We're gonna get all the guys to grow mustaches before
The
then.
funniest thing is when you did shave it, like
Will said he never said that. Thank you, Will. I knew you were my friend.
the kids didn't even notice for like 3 days.
No, they didn't. That was great.
He shaved it right before we went on Oasis, and which was in January, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I gotta get this off." So we go on the trip, and we're like 2, 3 days into the trip, and the kids are like, "Dad, where's your mustache?" And they all did it like individually. It was really,
They're not
funny.
very observant.
It was really funny. I don't know, but
Julie Amos says no, she never liked it, and Mom says I'm handsome no matter what. Well, thank you, Mom.
that's true. That's true.
But
I'll
yeah.
keep you around with or without it.
All right, so we have a busy. So
What else has been going on?
So one of the other things we wanted. So when we talk about travel, right? So we're not just cruises.
No.
There's a lot of there's a lot
Lot
of
of
great resorts out there. So let
all
us know in the
inclusive.
chat. I
Yeah.
know we're a very strong cruising community here, but have you been to an all-inclusive resort? Which one did you go to? Did you like it? Because one of the things that we're doing, our next trip is actually not a cruise.
This is true.
Our next
And it's
trip,
very soon.
yes, very soon. Mom, get ready. You're watching the kids. We're going to be heading down to Florida to do some training with our host to make sure that we have all the appropriate tools and everything that we need to
Latest and
know.
greatest.
Meeting with some of our suppliers. I know a lot
Hmm.
of our cruise suppliers are going to be there. I know MSC is going to be
Yeah.
there. We've already talked to Carnival. We're going to make sure we're meeting with these people to make sure that we have all the best information to be
Yeah.
ready for all the new stuff that's coming in.
All the new
So
stuff. Yeah, that'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to, yeah, breakdown of more information and just learning new stuff. Hi, Bri.
Don't mind me, my rubber band's broken.
All right. Head back up.
good night, pal.
Love you.
Hello, Lori. How are you? Mom says we need to do an all-inclusive.
Hi, Lori.
Book it.
Hi, Richard.
Julie says no all-inclusives yet, but wouldn't mind a group all-inclusive trip. Think about it.
You know what? Julie, I'm not opposed at all. I think I'm ready for that. I love cruising. I don't want to give it up. I don't want to whatever. Like I keep doing that. But like I think we could have a really fun group all-inclusive trip.
So what do
Yeah.
you? So
What would you look for in that?
So
Sorry.
you know, a lot of the all-inclusive providers that we have do offer groups, and we've set up some groups for people
We have
before.
them. We have a couple that do groups every single year at all inclusive, and they like to switch up the all inclusive. So like they'll go a different place, different destination every year, just like you can do different cruises every year.
And some of those all inclusives that we've booked have different options for restaurants. So you have your just like you have on your cruise ship, you've got your steakhouse, you've got your Italian, you've got your Mexican, you've got your French, you've got your different restaurants. You got your uh, hibachi in some places. And you get to see, so a lot of the most popular destinations for those would be like Cancun, Mexico, or Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And a lot of these places have a lot of, there's some kid friendly ones, there's adult only ones. Heather says,
I totally agree with you, Heather. I would I prefer a cruise, but I will not turn down I won't turn down any trip. So
hello, Twisters from Lunyon from the Icon. How is the Icon? Where are you at on the Icon right now? Are you sitting at our 1400 bar? Are you where are you? Let us know where you're at on Icon. It's one of our favorite ships.
love it. We were just talking. We started out talking about Legend. Super excited for that ship coming out. And Star. What a beautiful class of ship. Now Norwegian has some mega ships coming out too. They have 5 mega ships coming out. All these mega ships. There's also talk of starting to go smaller again. So I know that the idea of being able to get into some other port areas that are harder for the larger ships to get into. I don't know. Would you compromise? Like, what do you? I don't. A smaller ship or a larger ship? It's so
Twisters is on the elevator of the Icon. So hey, so something good about the Icon is the Wi-Fi works in the elevator on the Icon.
There you go. Did you find the piano guy?
Hello, Richard. How
are you the piano guy?
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Going to the Windjammer. All right.
Nice.
You know, the Windjammer on Icon is definitely one of the best Windjammers. So some of them don't lay out nicely. That Windjammer lays out very nicely.
I love the Windjammer, but I just love that atrium. I love the Pearl Cafe. I just love all that. My only thing. Do you have any thoughts on this? My only thought is sometimes the music can clash in that area because you have the pub there and you have boleros there and you have the dueling pianos down at the end and you got everything kind of, you got schooner bar there. I feel like sometimes the music can kind of clash in there, but that would be my only thought. Anyway, I wish I was going to the Windjammer right now.
You go to Sorrento's.
What would you have to eat if you're on a cruise ship right now? Pizza?
Well, it's 9:30, so let's see. Right now, we'd be at either.
I would be. This is iced tea. My unsweetened iced tea. I would definitely be having my unsweetened iced tea. My favorite thing on a cruise ship. And in the morning, I'm not kidding you. I love when I'm on certain ships. In the morning, if you get down to certain places before early in the morning, and you go to the water machine, because they have juice in the morning and they have iced tea and lemonade in like the evenings and afternoons, and you go to the right water machine on more than one ship too, and even you can still get the leftover iced tea, unsweetened iced tea. And it's my favorite thing to do. I feel like I win the lottery every time, and I win it a lot. And I go down there and I get my unsweetened iced tea in the morning. And it's the little things, people. It's just the little things. I love it.
Kathy Curry says she'd be having a hot dog right now. Let's see. Julie says she'd be having cookies because she just finished the dinner. The coconut ones on Royal are so yummy.
Well, so you
Mom says she'd be having a martini and a pizza.
Well, I was gonna say I wanted to finish my my iced tea before I had any kind of sip of this, but cheers, everyone. I do have my martini.
Richard says, and Brian is having Richard tonight. We went a little big tonight. Tonight we're going with the Eagle Rare 10-year. Not sponsored, but open to sponsorship. But we're doing that and a little celebratory today. Bry had his last middle school regular season hockey game today of his hockey career. He moves on to high school hockey next year if he's going to end up playing in high school.
Yeah, good stuff.
And he topped it off. Bry got a goal today.
Yeah, he got a goal today. Oh, he didn't even call and tell anybody, did he? Called me.
You called my parents.
Okay. All right. Hey, Grandma. Kev got a goal today. Or Bry got a goal today.
Yeah, Bry got a goal today. We lost 14-4, but I mean, Bry got a goal today.
But he told me, he said, if he played in net instead of skated out, he goes, or if he didn't play today, it would have been 3.
Hello, Jason. How are you?
Perspective.
Yeah, we wish you would have been able to make it in July too, but that's all right. We'll sail with you soon. That's all good. But
listen, it is an abundance of trips and cruises and travel and fun stuff. And when we can't be out there, we can be right here in our live streams or on our videos. Okay, guys, I've been working hard. I've been killing it at the videos. I got stuff coming out. I got stuff just about ready, like in 3 different areas. And I normally don't do multiple videos at once, but
hold on.
Circumstances have made it that way. What?
Will G got a couple of bottles of Eagle in Arizona for only $36 each.
Are you going to Arizona now? Okay.
Well, what are shipping costs from Texas to New Jersey? Just for anybody who's curious, not anybody in particular, but maybe like this guy. We'll talk. Sorry, you were saying.
I don't know. You threw me off there.
I don't know. You said $36
I don't remember what I was
Rare.
saying. What was I saying?
Listen. You could get a.
It
would be cheaper.
You got.
It would be cheaper for me to drive to Philly and take a Southwest.
You even got Jamie jumping in there.
Well, yes.
And
it would
Richard.
be cheaper for me to drive because remember when there was a meetup. I looked at it would be cheaper for me to drive to Philly, take a flight to Arizona to get a $36 bottle of Eagle Rare and fly home than it is to buy a bottle of Eagle Rare in New Jersey.
It's too expensive to buy anything right now in New Jersey. I know it's everywhere, but my goodness, guys, the prices for everything. We could talk travel, but the prices of travel are crazy. But the prices of groceries, the prices of clothing, and the prices of everything.
Everything's up. Well, and that brings us right back around to where we were talking about all of our different travel because we were talking about airfare because that's what got us down this path.
But that wasn't even the topic we were going to talk about tonight. Anyway.
Well, gee, I purchased it on the military base.
There you go. Yes, New Jersey eggs, guys. Okay, if you're in the chat, we have people from all over. We got California, we have Texas, we have Arizona, we have Connecticut, we have all over. We have Pennsylvania. Shout out where you're from, and shout out the price of eggs right now. Okay.
Right.
Mom's saying, Julie Amos saying,
So we
$8.95.
went from all inclusive
Mom
to
saying
cruises to hockey to
So,
Eagle Rare to
this
the
is
price
important.
of eggs.
This is important. I really want to know the price of eggs.
The YouTube algorithm is going to have a blast with this one.
Fortunately, thank you, Mom, for having her babies, her chickens over there, because I think with the amount of eggs our kids have, I think I'd be broke.
$8.95 in California.
New Jersey is $9, and then I saw Kathy in California, yep, $8.99, $8.95.
Richard says, when are we going to be in Florida and where? Well, Richard, we're going to be in Florida. Oh, for the training, he means.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're going to be there end of March, beginning of April, and
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Matt says $5.97 a dozen.
Ooh, Matt, that's good.
You're
a little bit, because I know where you're from. You're just a little bit further out west.
$5.95 in Nebraska. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Will, you're gonna start shipping the Eagle Rare, and Matt, you're gonna start shipping. Well, Sugar's got it for $5.95 in Nebraska.
There you go. Okay.
All right, do I hear $5.94? $5.94, and even $5.94.
Oh my goodness.
There's gonna be
well,
we're not giving away onboard credit anymore. We're giving away eggs.
We're along this kind of topic. It's just the eggs is what reminded me. I was reading a post the other day. I believe it was MSC. It might have been the Memorabilia. It was a post on a Facebook page, and some people that were on the ship were complaining or I don't know if it was complaints or commenting or whatever, that they were short of like all of their supplies.
Now, I saw that post.
Well, come to find out, because
this
is something we can talk about. They couldn't dock in Port Canaveral.
Mm-hmm.
They left from up north. They came down and they couldn't port or dock there. Guys, not everybody knows this, but that is a major restocking center for the cruise ships. So, like when they come up from New York and New Jersey, they're not stocking there. And then, of course, in the private islands, they don't stock there. They don't really stock much in Nassau. It's
cheapest
for that type of itinerary in that area. They restock in Florida. So they missed their port, and they were out of everything. Mm-hmm. And they were trying to figure out how the ship was going to restock. And one of the things was they couldn't understand why they could have, I don't know, one sort of egg at breakfast, but they didn't have the other sort of egg. I don't know if they didn't have omelets or they didn't have scrambled eggs, they didn't have something. But just to talk briefly about what do you guys do if you're on a cruise ship and they start to run low on everything? And I mean, they still had an abundant amount of what they needed for everybody. It wasn't like they were out of things, but they were very low on a lot of the things that people were looking for.
That's when a mutiny happens.
I don't know. Somebody had suggested.
That's when we get together. We all get together. We storm the bridge.
I don't know.
We go get more buffalo.
I'm going to personally find out the answer to this because I don't know it. So maybe somebody in the chat knows it. Maybe you know it, but I don't know. Like if you're on a 7-night cruise and that type of itinerary, and Canaveral's where you restock, and you miss that port, how do those ships restock? I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm going to find out. But if you do know, let us know in the chat. Somebody had said in the thread, and I thought this was ridiculous when I first heard it, but then I was like, well, wait a minute, that might be what they have to do. They said they would put stuff like on another boat or ship and get it out to the private island and restock there. But I don't think that's practical.
Hey, if you got 6,000, 5,000, 4,000 people on a ship and they want their eggs, you do what you got to do.
I don't know.
I mean, come on.
These are the questions that keep me up at night. I don't know.
Amy says eggs are $6.79 in Western New York.
We got a nice variety of prices here.
We're gonna watch this live stream back next year, and we're gonna see.
Oh goodness. I don't even know if we're going up or down or sideways.
Bloody Mary breakfast. That's right. Damn straight. That's what it is.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. So we've talked about a whole bunch of stuff, but where I was kind of going to with the all-inclusive and cruise discussion was the price of airfare has gotten outrageous, and
Yes.
that it kind of it circled into Matt's question about Galveston. It circled into Kathy's question about New York, and we went through this ourselves with the discussion over Southwest versus Spirit versus Allegiant versus United.
Yeah.
So our next trip, we're actually going to be flying. So we're going to be going to Jacksonville. But it's actually the most cost effective for us to fly into Orlando and drive to Jacksonville from Orlando. It's actually saved us quite a bit of money, even with the cost of the rental car for a week.
Yeah.
Keeping the car for the whole week was cheaper with the airfare to fly. So when you're planning your trips, when you're planning your cruises, when you see the prices of these cruises, when you see the prices of these all-inclusives, account for the fact that the cheapest airport might be not your closest airport.
Yeah, and sometimes it's cheaper to fly, sometimes it's cheaper to drive, but not always. You have to account for gas, you have to account for mileage, you have to account for how far you're going and where you're going from. I mean, then you bring it back to the all-inclusive versus the cruises. If you can leave out of your home cruise port, and I mean that's a home run.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going, say you can't, say you have to fly to your cruise, but you could, if you're going to have to probably fly to an all-inclusive for the most part. So
yes,
when you get those prices for those all-inclusives, that looks so good. And then you factor in the airfare that's included in the price. I mean,
so we just priced out an all-inclusive. And I tell you, if you recall several of our live streams and people talk about, who's cheaper, Carnival, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, MSC. Well, MSC is cheaper. But who's the cheapest? And we've done the spreadsheets. Y'all know I'm the spreadsheet guy. They all come out. If you're buying a drink package, and if you're buying Wi-Fi, and if you're buying all these things, they all come out pretty darn close once you account for everything, gratuities, insurance, all those other things. We ran the price of an all-inclusive with air and the resort for like 5 days for like 2 people at the resorts range, because you can get like a super, super cheap resort where you're going to get like really crummy drinks and really crummy food, but it's an all-inclusive and you're there on the beach for 3 days and with a bunch of spring breakers. Or you can get like a really, really nice all-inclusive and pay $16,000 for 3 days. So I mean, the prices are all over
the
the place.
gamut.
But
The
if you look
way cruising
commensurate,
does.
if you look in the same general middle area, they run about the same. It runs really, really darn close. And it's almost like there's a bunch of people working in a marketing department sitting around going, hey, how much are they charging? How much are they charging? And they're watching everything to make sure these prices are all around the same. So kind of the way that eggs are going up in every single state.
I don't know, market value.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, you and your spreadsheets. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
And
but yeah, so anyway,
catching on to marketing 101.
What it comes down to is when it comes to the all-inclusive resort, you're factoring in your airfare and you're factoring in a cheaper resort, and you're getting your transfers with it, and you're getting your insurance, and you're getting all in one price. And they're taking care of your whole vacation for you, but you're in one spot. So if you like to be on one beach and you like to be one area, it's a great way to go.
I like Julie's idea of an all-inclusive trip. We're gonna be thinking about that.
An all-inclusive group trip. All right, so where are we going? Where do you want to go?
I don't know. That's why
Where do you want to go? Tell me where you want to go.
Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Because we talked about this.
I'm thinking well, I mean, depending on where and what, with our kids and our kids' ages, it would probably have to be like a beaches.
Probably. But here's the other thing. When you're talking about an all-inclusive resort, we're going to fly from New Jersey. Some of our friends here are going to fly from California. Some are going to fly
Mhm.
from Texas. Some are going to fly from Pennsylvania. So the airfare prices are different to all these places. So mom says the Dominican Republic. I would say, having looked at all these airfares, having looked at all these places, if we were going to do a group trip,
Yeah.
to an all-inclusive resort, most likely the best place to do that would be Cancun. Because the airfare from the West Coast and the airfare from the East Coast would be very similar, whereas airfare from the West Coast of the Dominican Republic is nuts.
All right. So anyway, we'll think about this. We'll talk about it. We got lots
But I
of.
do love the Dominican Republic.
I know you do.
I do.
You really do. I mean, I like it.
I mean, I'd still prefer
Not the
a
top of my
cruise.
list.
We have a lot more cruises booked than we do all inclusive.
I like New Jersey too, but not the top of my list. Mom's already got a plan.
Mom's in for Cancun. Julie says she's never been to Cancun. So, yeah, all right, we'll have to take care of that. We'll have to do a group trip to Cancun.
So I want to talk about some other upcoming travel.
What do you got?
So, well, we got MSC, which we're looking forward to. That's November.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be. We haven't been on MSC yet. We haven't, and we're kind of behind the eight ball on that one. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be the same itinerary, but we get to experience their private island, Ocean Key. So that's going to be nice. And thinking about what we want to do on that's going to be a fun trip. A lot of fun.
If you haven't booked,
people are on that one.
We'll pop it up. We'll do
Pop that one up.
We'll
Yep,
do we'll do this. That way we can talk. We'll do that instead. How about that?
Perfect.
If you haven't booked this guy yet,
it's okay. No, it's fine. I do like your infographic though, but you already pulled it up. You already pulled it up.
I'll do. Oh, I want the chat back up.
Right? See, I normally make this stuff.
I'll do this here.
But you made that one. You did that one. You did a really good job.
I had the idea. I had a vision. I had a vision of the Statue of Liberty and
not all of his visions come to fruition. Let me just say, but you did a really nice job on that. I really like it.
Thank you.
You really did.
I like that.
You should do more of them.
I should. Maybe I should do one for our 2026 group cruise.
Well, we'll see. But 2026 is going to be big with
Oop, I lost my chat again. Sorry.
Not even talking about group stuff, but we got Star.
Richard says yes, the ticker is back.
I know Richard loves it. Loves your ticker, and I think he loves that it annoys me. No, we got 2 of the brand new Icon class ships in 2026. So we got Star and we got Legend. And as we started this off before in the beginning, I'm super excited for Legend.
So let's go back to Kathy's question that we started the show with.
Thank you for reining us in, Kathy.
Bring us right back around. There you go. So if you're going to fly into Brooklyn, your choices are Newark, LaGuardia, and JFK.
I think you'll be fine if it's after 11. To be safe, do after 12.
Noon. Listen.
That's my own personal opinion, and I
would do noon, at least noon.
Yeah.
I would do at least noon. And it depends. See, here's the other thing too. We have heard in our last cruise, the last Oasis cruise that we just did in January. I was watching the Facebook group, and there were so many people posting. I got off the ship at 7:00, and I got my Uber, and I was at Fort Lauderdale Airport, and I boarded my 9 a.m. flight.
Yep.
And I'm like, and they're saying it can be done. Yeah, it can be done.
No problem.
It can be done.
You can do it super smoothly. The issue is, it's not always that smooth. Like there can be docking issues. There could be disembarkation issues where, like, you know, whether it's
remember the Carnival Magic when they stopped disembarkation?
Yes, we were literally standing on the staircase. We decided to walk off that day with 3 kids and our luggage. We didn't check our luggage. We stood on the stair, in the middle of the stairwell, and we were shut down for over an hour because there was a problem with customs or something. So you can get held up in so many ways. You can hit traffic. You know, there can be just any kind of issue. And so while you likely may be able to make certain flights, do you really want to risk that? And do you want that added pressure? I always say too, like with us, when we travel with the 3 kids, it's also very different than if it was just me and you or just a solo, because then you can kind of like navigate yourself better. But when we're herding cats, yeah, it makes it a lot more difficult too. So that's something else to consider. I don't know. What are you looking up over here?
We'll ask the question. She wants to know what the prices are for Legend. And what we can tell you right now is that the price we have for that 8-night Southern Caribbean, for a balcony cabin, you're looking about saving yourself about our price right now is about $300, $200 to $300 lower than you would see online. And for an interior, same thing. We're about $200. Our rate that we held is about $200 lower than you would see online.
So we don't have anything held for the 3-day inaugural right now.
Nope.
That we're gonna be on that one, but we don't have it held. We do have the following one, which is that 8-night Southern Caribbean. That's the itinerary that we just went on Oasis of the Seas last month, and it goes to Aruba, Curacao, and Coco Cay, and then you got 4 amazing days at sea, which on a brand new ship like that is awesome.
Good night, Sharon. Good night, Jamie.
Good night, guys.
Before you guys go, just one last reminder: book this with us in July. Reach out to Sharon. Reach out to us. We'll get you guys booked. Come with us on the Carnival Sunrise.
Yeah, we just want to cruise with y'all. And then we also have some rates held for the transatlantic. So if you're interested on Legend coming over for the first time to the U.S.,
Mom's probably going to need a roommate for that one because I don't think Dad's going to do it.
Mom's there. She's there. She's there. Mom and my on speaker. Is Dad listening? Yeah, and the Southern Caribbean is awesome also. But if that is something that you're interested in, we saw it happen with Icon. We see it with Star right now. My goodness, the prices literally have doubled and tripled. They have doubled and tripled. If you're interested in Legend, it's still early enough. Whether it's a locked-in rate or whether it's prevailing rate, it is worth doing now, because if you wait, those prices I expect are going to go up.
Oh yes, everything's going to go up. Nothing's going to go down. I mean, most of the lines are offer price protection. If the rate goes down, we'll get it adjusted for you. But we're not seeing that happening right now. Everything seems to be going up. So, but
exciting stuff though. Exciting stuff in cruising. Exciting stuff in travel.
Julie says Legend is out of her price range for her to go solo. So yeah, the solo pricing, and we quoted somebody as solo earlier today, and I'll tell you, if you're going solo, the best lines right now for solo cruisers, I mean, NCL's got some great options with their studios. MSC has some good solo options. Most of the other lines are going to charge you that double occupancy, but the rates aren't terrible, and you don't have to pay the second port taxes and fees. So it's not unreasonable.
Except for some of these new megas that are just,
Exactly. But now you start getting on some of these. Richard says, is this a group cruise to the Southern Caribbean? We've been busy and haven't heard anything. No, the Southern Caribbean is not a group.
It is not. No.
So we do have so
reach out and talk to us, and we'll tell you what we got.
We do have to say that you guys have sailed with us. You know that we sail with the kids, and my voice is going.
I know. I just had an idea, Richard. You stay tuned for our next live, and we're gonna have some tickers. Julie's gonna create the tickers.
So no, Bride. Oh. So Bride graduates 8th grade in May, in June. And so our cruise schedule, as far as groups go, we're trying to be very cautious because we don't know, what his.
We'll be on quite a few, but yeah, we're being really careful with our groups because
we want, we want to make sure Bride's included.
We can't
have a group without.
It's not even that as much as it's making sure that scheduling whatever and yeah. It's tricky. But I started saying before, and I think we got sidetracked. I know that's a shock. Guys, I got a lot of
Squirrel.
I got a lot of videos coming out. Stay tuned. The end of the last day of our Freedom cruise is just about
Oh,
done. That is going to be coming out very, very shortly. We have another little surprise video coming out for you guys. That one is just about done. That one might be out even before the other one. And we have a couple other things in the works. So stay tuned. Make sure that that notification bell is on if you do like to watch what we put out there and see what's coming, because
and if you were in our freedom group,
I still have
it
anthem
might
stuff to
be
come out too, guys.
yeah. If you were in our freedom group, it might be wise to check the Facebook group in a little bit. Just saying, it might be wise. What else? Oh, are you leaving that as a hanger for our other video, or are we talking about that?
Whatever you want to do. Go ahead.
Stay tuned because we got a video coming out soon that may lead to some discounts.
Yes.
Some
Yes.
discounts.
Yeah, some discounts. So we
How's
may
that?
we
Is
may
that
have,
is that
yeah,
is that
sure.
enough of a
We may have
teaser?
done
Is that good?
Yeah, sure. We
How's that?
may have checked out some products or two.
Yeah, so we're like I said, we're changing things up around here a little bit. We're booking all inclusives, we're booking cruises, we're booking groups, we're going to Cancun, and we're going to start supporting some products too. So keep your eye out for some videos, some discounts.
I just want to say
It's all good stuff going on over here.
all good stuff going on. I just wanted to say, because I know you were going to lead into the final, but I just wanted to say, guys, we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. We even
Can I still do this? Is that the thing, or is it like what is it now?
I don't know. There's like
That's the
17
hard-
different ones.
Oh,
But
God.
we appreciate you so much. And without you, none of this would have even started, let alone continue to happen. So to continue to grow our business, to continue to grow our brand, and to be on this journey with you is a blessing and much appreciated. So we love you.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you very much for always being here on Sunday nights. So if you're not doing anything next Sunday night, are we doing anything next Sunday night?
I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, Brian.
We'll see you next Sunday night here. So until then.
See you on the seas.